I had the opportunity to sit down with UFC flyweight champion Demetrious Johnson, who defends his belt for the 7th time this Saturday night at UFC 191. We spoke about his legacy, the state of the flyweight division, and his rivalry with his opponent on Saturday night, John Dodson. Has it sunk in yet that you're defending your belt for the 7th time?
No, it only sinks in when people start bringing it up, because for me, it's just another fight. You know, show up, make weight, go out there, put on a great performance. So for me, like I said, when people are like, you know, you're defending your belt for the 7th time, I'm like, that's right, I am. Oh, thanks for reminding me.
Johnson by submission! He's the best. I'm telling you, that kid is the best.
When you look at the flyweight division, in terms of contenders, but also in terms of performances, what do you really see?
I see there's still a lot of contenders out there. Obviously, we have the big sharks at the top of the heap, you know, Joseph, John Dodson, you know, Ian McCall. You have the guys who are still new and still young in their careers, like Sergio Pettis, Ryan Benoit. There's so many of those guys out there that they haven't got their chance to get into that deep water with the bigger sharks. And I think eventually they will, and I think the flyweights will put on a great performance.
This is going to become one of those things, like when Roy Jones Jr. was in his prime, where you're just wondering what's the opponent going to be able to do to him. Not even whether or not he's going to win, but what's his opponent going to be able to do to him.
You're at the top of many people's pound-for-pound lists. Is that another goal for you to be considered the pound-for-pound best fighter on the planet?
It's a goal, but it's in the back of my head because I can lose this next fight, and next thing you know, just because I lose this next fight doesn't mean I'm still not the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, because I made a mistake and I got caught and that's it. You know, it's just like Anderson Silva, you know, he still can do amazing things, but once he lost, everybody kind of took that pound-for-pound thing away from him. So I'm not gonna put all my eggs in that basket when it could be taken away from me. I'd rather put my eggs where I know I've done this, I beat that 10 records, and it's not gonna be taken away from me until somebody else does it. And that means more to me. You
did say that a motivator for you is to beat Anderson Silva's record of 10 title defenses. That's something that you can sort of look forward to then?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I would have jumped in this sport and said right after the get-go, like, I'm gonna be champion, I wanna break Anderson Silva's record, everybody would be like, dude, you're full of, your head's in the clouds. But now that it's something that's down the tunnel and I'm close to that achievement, you know, that's something I'm shooting for. Then once I beat that, then try to set that record. And so that's what we're focused on. And, you know, we have John Dodson first, and we'll see how this goes.
You guys don't like each other. And knowing you, you're a really laid-back guy. You are very chill at all times. So he's gotten under your skin a little bit.
I want to say he's gotten under my skin. I think I'm very upfront about how he's very irritating and he's annoying. And I think a lot of people don't want to admit that and let the world know that. If I see the guy at the bar, am I gonna go over there and be like, dude, I don't like you at all? Absolutely not. But would I go over there and have a beer with him? Absolutely not. So, with that being said, people can take that and run with it however they want.
The way he speaks about the first fight, is that at all bothersome to you? Because he truly believes that that was a fight he won. He likes to talk about the knockdowns that occurred.
That's a big left hand by Dodson. A very big left hand. Oh! Big punch! He's hurt. He is hurt in this round.
He is very strongly opinionated about that bout. Does that bother you? Because you were considered the winner. I mean, the judges had it for you.
Absolutely. It wasn't even a split decision. It was a unanimous decision. So with that being said, and you hear the only things he talk about is the knockdowns, but I can talk about the clinch game. I can talk about the takedowns. I can talk about how he was playing that game, hand down, hand up, hand down, hand up. So he has one argument point where I have multiple argument points where in a whole fight of mixed martial arts, I was dominating him in all those aspects. And if you look at the copy strikes, who had way more strikes on each other, I blew him out the water. So it wasn't even close. But if you take those 15 seconds of fame he had in 25 minutes, and I guess it's his own argument point.
Now, every time we've seen you come out, you've improved. You've looked even more dominant. Every time we see you come out for a rematch, you look even better than the first fight. What really are you expecting out of this fight?
I'm expecting a very great fight. You know, John Dodson, he's very athletic. He's been training extremely hard for this fight. You know, he believes I have something that belongs to him, but the man is delusional. That's okay. We'll fix that Saturday night, and it's going to be a great fight for the flyweight division.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Great fight.